think it's gotten harder. I've got them softer. I don't know.
Watch this. Watch this. And then I'll tell you all about it. Save your life.
Then come forward, the steering a little bit more right. Yeah, that's good. Come forward with that. Little ramp there for you probably on here. Yeah, beautiful mate. Now hard.
You won't be my spotter.
Keep driving, one motion. See what happens. Stop.
Stop, stop, stop. Yeah, stop, stop, stop.
See what happens. Stop.
Stop, 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 stop. Yeah, I'd be stop, stop, stop. All right, bit late. Tell you what, lucky he's still alive. You roll off there, you are dead. Yeah, I'd be shaking my head too. Really? You sure about that? Yeah, what's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Adventures. It's almost Christmas and I'm out in the Prado Hospital, out in the workshop, doing a bit of a tidy up, finalising for the year. And I don't watch much YouTube. I don't watch a lot of stuff because I'm busy trying to help people and provide the information and share stuff to make things easy and help educate people and hopefully help keep people safer. So that's what this is about. I've been up and down Granite Creek. I have been up, I have been down in the 120 Prado without a winch, and I would only do so and do tracks when I believe it's safe to do so. And you get this understanding from experience. So first thing I want to say is, if you go to Tassie and you go to the West Coast, firstly, CLIMBIES track, some feedback on CLIMBIES track. We'll keep this brief. It's the sort of track that December, maybe if the weather's been dry, January is your best month, preferably if the weather's been dry. February, maybe if the weather's been dry, and any other month of the year, don't go there. Otherwise, you're just contributing to wrecking the track. That's the first part that's really important. Bog holes is mud equals money, and you're just wrecking the track. And look, people have rolled vehicles off Granite Creek, people have died there, and if this happens, it's exactly that sort of thing that's going to get tracks like that closed, okay? Now, the next most important thing is, a track like that is for somebody that is got a lot of experience and prepared to risk their lives, because that's what you're doing, okay? And I said, I've been up and down there, I've got a lot of experience, and I take a lot of time looking at the track, spotting it out, and picking my line. When I drive a track like that, I'm not going to be doing it slowly, I'm not going to be doing it fast, and I'm not going to be needing to rely on someone. I'm studying the track. It's like getting out what we used to do when we were younger people. There wasn't Google Maps. It was called a Melways or whatever the case may be. I'd get the map out, I would study the map. So I've got to go, you know your main roads, okay, and then when I get to there, I've got to take the second right, then I go down to the left. It's all in my mind, the book goes away and I drive, okay? Same thing on a four-wheel drive track. When there's a technical part, I will get out, spend the time, walk up and down. I will say to everybody else, come and have a look at this. What do you think? I'll point out the dangers, and this is the danger I would like to point out for everybody on this track, and you've seen it happening firsthand. He's got a bit of experience. I don't know, maybe more than me. I'd say he's younger, so maybe less. But it all depends how much you get out there, how much time you're spending on entertaining everyone, or how much time you're spending thinking about driving safely. And I do more of that. Less entertainment, more staying safe. So what the problem here is at Granite Creek. Now, firstly, there was a bridge built years ago. I have been up that hill since the bridge was built. And I will say to everybody else, you don't have to do this. There's a bridge there. And I'm pretty sure last time I went up there, everybody else took the bridge. And I say, absolutely fantastic, very wise decision. And I'm quite proud to be able to know that I was encouraging everybody to go that way instead of up that hill. Even after this happened, the rest of the crew, as far as I can see in the video, followed him and went up the hill. I just go, crazy stuff. If I was there on that day in that convoy and that happened, mate, I wouldn't be going up there. I've got nothing to prove. I've been up there. Maybe the track wasn't as bad. I can't say too much. I haven't been there in the last couple of years. We'll be there again soon. But what I'm going to say is, Granite Creek, There's no room for mistakes. It is a drop-off. I don't know, 50, 100 meters. I haven't measured it. You roll the vehicle off the right side of that cliff, you are gone. You're finished. You are dead. And you've left everybody else at the top to see it happen. Think about that. When you're out on the tracks, when you roll the car off the side, everybody will see. If you're on a trip with me or on a trip where you've seen me on a trip on someone else's, I am very cautious. I'll always recommend people really think about that before they make a decision to do so, because he nearly lost his life, okay? And he knows it. It definitely shook him up, and people really need to think about it. Not just that track, but that is probably one of the most dangerous tracks to take the wrong line, and that's what happened, okay? So from the start, you're coming through the water, you've got wet tires, okay? And I just want to say, I don't watch this channel. I just turned it on. You know what I was watching? I turned on YouTube. Who's watching? Yep. And you know, one of Trev's videos popped up. Trev Ryan, he's got his YouTube channel, pretty small, trying to build it up. And I just want to say at this point, everybody wants to have a YouTube channel. If you're doing it and you enjoy making the videos, no problem. But I hope you're doing it because you love it. I'm speaking to everybody here, including myself. Do what you like. I do what I do to help people. It's not about the channel and making money. There's much better, easier ways to make money for me. I'm not an entertainer. YouTube, it's for entertainment, is where the people make the big money. You know, you go get a car, crash and burn, this sort of thing. You know what I mean? All the crazy stuff. That's how you make money. Now, I was watching Trev's video, Robe, awesome video, Trev, and that finished up, and then this is what came up next. And I walked over to it and I went, I'm turning this rubbish off. I'm not going to add any more watch time to these clowns, right? Because generally, you know, I don't watch it all, but what I see from other people, when I see snippets of other people watching it, they're not caring a lot about the tracks. They're not caring a lot about the vehicles. You know what I mean? They're not on the page with me, and I think I've got a responsibility to do what I'm doing right now. Okay, so I went, you know what? I walked over, I promise I walked over, I picked up the remote, it's in my hand now, and I went, I'm going to turn this rubbish off. And then I paused at the bench there and I went, actually, no, we'll let it roll. And I was over, 10 meters to our left camera, cleaning another bench that I use. He gave it a good clean and a rust proofing and all that, took everything off. Anyway, and this comes on. And Mitch comes in, he goes, oh yeah, I've seen this one. This is right where I got up to. So we actually sat down together and we're watching this. I'm like, oh yeah, Climbies, been there, done that a couple of times or so, whatever it is. I lost count, something like that anyway. Been to Tassie a number of times. We used to go every February. Like I said, best time of the year after the rush. And then there was quite a few years where there was a lot of rain and it was wet. So I sort of pulled the pin. We're taking a break on Tassie, but we'll be back there again soon as we can get a spot on the boat. But of course, we'll be being safe. Now, so I pointed out Granite Creek, very dangerous. There's plenty of other places that are dangerous as well. So just think twice before you just follow somebody up a track. If you're inexperienced, you need to get some more experience and build your way up to these tracks first. This is a death track, okay? It's not Climbies track, it's not Granite Creek, it's death track, okay? Once you get to that creek, take the bridge, park your car, get out and have a look. If somebody else is gonna do it, say, are you sure about this? Say, take a look at it. What's going to happen if? Have a look at the ifs. Have a look at the worst case scenario. It is very important. If you stuff it up there and roll the car, like I said, you're dead. Okay, and if you're not dead, you're going to wish you were dead. You're going to wish you didn't do it. Did you see the look on his face? We're going to play it again in a minute. You can go watch it yourself if you like, but I suggest you can use this channel if you watch it a lot, to your entertainment or what not to do. Subscribe on our channel, because when we see a video like this, we're going to go through and explain it and do our part in trying to help the environment, trying to help people for their safety, because it wouldn't have been good if the vehicle rolled, okay? And one of the next vehicles could have rolled and it could have happened. When you get to a situation like that, the first thing you want to do is bring the other vehicle around on the bridge like they did in the end. I was saying that to Mitchell, what he needs to do now, just get a vehicle around and get that winch rope on, anything connected up to it, right? Because once you've been shaken up like that, you lose it a bit and you're not going to be able to concentrate and make the right moves. You go into a bit of a panic survival mode, okay? So what needed to happen? It needed to be right hand down and go back a little bit to fix the problem, right? Now, I wasn't there, but from what I saw in the video, straightforward to me, where they're still making the wrong moves after things were not quite right, still making the wrong moves. Now, this is what needs to happen from last time I was at Granite Creek. This is the problem with tracks. Everybody gets scared of the edge. Oh, I'm on the edge, I want to get away from the edge. This is the problem at Granite Creek. You want to get away from that edge too soon at the start. That creates a sharper turn for you going up around the left, because there's some big rock steps you don't want to go over. But remember the golden rule. Well, it's my golden rule. I don't know who else knows four-wheel driving or not. You know, all these clubs and whatever. It doesn't matter if you're a club or a trainer or what you are, right? It doesn't mean you've always got the right advice or been taught the right thing, because not one person, including me, can know everything. It comes with, you've really got to spend some time to think about what's going to happen and then practice that, but in the right place, not where you're going to end up down in the ocean. And that's what would happen there. Now, what you need to do at Granite Creek, if you insist, if you're really experienced, I hope you watch this video, once you get through the creek with your wet tires that are going to be slippery, is park the vehicle on the rock and let the sun dry everything so you've got some traction, because water changes the traction massively. And you don't need to take the water up onto the track either, because water, wheel spin, digging, it erodes the track. This is what we're talking about from the start, okay? Everybody's got a responsibility to help look after the tracks and behave in a reasonable manner. Otherwise, they'll get damaged, they'll get closed. Guess what? No more fun. You never got to go there because, you know, these iconic places that you see that these people show you, and you want to go there, but you can't because it's all closed now, or it's dangerous and maybe you're the one that rolls your vehicle. So you let the tires dry. You seriously consider letting your tires down more. I want to explain, this is a bit of a driving lesson. When you go up there, I've got my camera in the front windscreen, you're looking at the sky. That's all the camera sees. That's how steep it is. So don't think from the video for a moment that it's not steep. It is very steep. It's uneven. As you go to the right, you're on the edge of the dirt and the shrubs, and that's where there's not much of the track left. With dry tires, you need to start further to the right. Yes, you need to go closer to the edge from the start, because if you get scared of it and you're over to the left, staying away from the edge, it puts you on that trouble angle later. You need to be over near the edge, all as far as you can go, that you've still got dry rock traction. Let your tires down, particularly at the front. That's what I was getting at. The weight of the vehicle's on the back of the vehicle. You've probably got a live axle. You might have an LSD or a locker. Put the bloody thing on if you've got one. And if you haven't got one, probably don't drive up there, okay? Now, your front locker's going to go on and off a bit because you're going to need to turn, and that's what I've got, a front locker, and I use it a little bit going up there because I want traction when I flex up. I don't want wheel spin. I don't want the front going sideways across there, right? So I wouldn't do it without a front locker. I would not go up that track. I've been down it as well. Down it's a different story. Generally, you can control it. Keep it. The golden rule, keep things pointing straight up the hill or straight down the hill. You don't want to get sideways on steep things, especially when they're uneven or sand or things like that. Okay, so let your back tires down. Sorry, front tires down, because they're in the air. There's no weight on them. Do you get it? The weight's on the back of the vehicle. They're not round. They've got bugger all traction. Let your front tires down more for a steep technical climb. Have your front locker on. Start, if you've got to turn around to the left, which you do there as you're going up, start over to the right so you've got a less sharp turn when you get there. What you kind of need to do is keep the car pointing straight up the hill. You don't want any sideways angles. It's not going to roll backwards. The headlights are not going to go backwards over the roof. It's not going to happen. If you got something that steep, it's steeper than 45 degrees, and it's just, you're not going to be going up it anyway, okay? So keep the vehicles pointing straight up the hill, okay? Driving lessons 101. Unbelievable. Who would be on a track that steep, that rough, on an angle like that? Like, what are you actually thinking, right? Just don't do it. You know, that's probably the best advice. Just don't do it. Take the bridge. Dangerous tracks like that, if you're going up a ridge, the end of a mountain where you've got it's narrow left and right, you've got to keep it in the middle. If it gets too rough and it's loose and you're bouncing around, you could be in trouble. So by starting off to the right, you come up, you've got less of a turn, and at the right, there's a bit of a steeper rock step from memory about the middle, you know, in the picture, ballpark. They're the ones you don't want to try and climb over, because that would be super steep and flexing you up even more, and you might not make it, and then you might roll straight backwards, end up down the creek 100 meters down dead anyway. But what you need to do is get around those, and you're definitely going to have some sideways angle, but not that much. When I went up and down, I didn't have massive sideways angles. My angle was pointing up to the sky because I chose to go up the steeper rock steps, keeping the vehicle straight with dry tires and plenty of traction. I can send you photos if you like with me parked in the creek and just after the creek, letting the tires dry. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but guess what? I'm still here, okay? So been there, done that, still here, and lucky he is too, but almost not. So safety message, it's not about I'm better than them and whatever, anything like that. It's about, please think about it, because it'd be very upsetting to find anyone we know or even anyone we don't know that went along there going, whatever, and hopefully they have a wake-up call if you watch this video. You've probably seen it. If I've seen it, this has probably been out for ages ago. Hang on. 1 day ago. It's only just come out. So one of their fresh ones popped up on my recommendations. Look at this. 292K views 1 day ago. Okay? That's why they've put it up. They put it up for entertainment. They should be really clearly making an example to not do this, and how silly it was, because it was really silly. I think he knew it at the time. He's going, I don't like this and that. You know what's going to happen. They wouldn't have put it up, I don't think, if it rolled, but then they might have, because it's all about the views. Have a look at it, 292 views in 1 day. It's ridiculous. I'm going to get about 500 views in a month, right? So we're only going to be able to help limited people unless you press like, subscribe, turn the bell on. I hope you like it. Let's have a look at it again, because this is just absolutely crazy stuff. Let's have a bit more of a look and a little bit more of a discussion if we need to. Well done, yeah, well done. So he's got more room to be over to the right from the start. See at the back of the vehicle there? You know, down this, he should have been over here from the start. Way too much side angle like this. Way too much. Nah, no way I'd be there like that. I'll be getting the winch rope out now. Look at the angle. Look at the wet tyres. Roll back. Right hand down to roll back. See, right hand down. So the more you left hand down and go back, not good. Come forward at that. No. I want to come forward, full lock to the left. See that clear path. See how far he is from this rock over this side. See that rock over here? Next time we get back. And that's why. See? Oh, mate. Unbelievable. You know how close that was? Needs to be right over here at this side. Come on. Bring me that picture back. Down into the drink. Dead. Finished. Vehicle needs to be way over here, not over there. Not good. What's going on? It's not very good. Understatement. Put some weight, yeah, and then when it goes, you'll go with it.
Are you happy to roll back a bit if we hold the car, or you want to win?
We're going to hold the car to roll back a bit.
Oh no, I don't like this at all.
Yeah.
If you just creep back, yeah, perfect. That's all you need.
Perfect. We're back to perfect now.
I don't like that at all.
Go get the winch rope now. Get the other car over the bridge.
What you're going to have to do here, so there's a big rock here, so we're going to have to shuffle to get your front on that side of the rock.
This has never been like this.
Yeah, I thought you were gone there.
Yeah, wow. Wouldn't have been good for you if he was. Telling him which way to drive.
So what you're going to have to do, there's like a rock and slip down, so you basically, there's a big rock at your front wheel, you just have to bring it to keep shimming you to get you on that side of it.
Yeah, because you're way too far, a metre too far to the right already. See all that clear track on the left side of the vehicle?
This is not good.
Just get the winch rope.
A couple more centimetres of wheel lift was the difference between Sootie and myself getting out of
Sootie.
this unscathed.
What a car to have out there while we're trying to save the environment. Sootie.
It's far from over yet.
Might be time to upgrade.
That wheel will drop down, this will come up, so it's going to feel better as you go back.
The Cowboy
To the
channel.
right you got, if you can.
There's a whole metre there. You should have been... See that corner up there, that rock?
Yeah, keep going back. Keep going back.
Needs to be right over here, over this side.
Keep going back. Keep going back.
Back?
Yeah, back it down there. Yeah, right hand down and keep going back. Full lock to the right and back it up. See the wet tyres still? Should have waited for the tyres to dry. Twice as much traction minimum.
I don't want to.
And when you've been shaken up like that, your brain's not working right.
I want to call it. That's
Yeah,
too
good.
sketchy for me.
That's it.
I think so, just to be sure. I don't want to. Yeah, it shook me, man.
Good decision.
I'm turning it off. I'm getting out, having a walk.
I wouldn't get out. Keep your foot on the brake. I'd be saying stay right there.
Oh, tell me about it. That's strict, man.
You can go and have a party now and celebrate you're still alive.
Don't blame you. Slow.
Good music for it. Yeah, I'd be turning it off. And at that point, we'll turn it off. Subscribe, turn the bell on. Hopefully it gets you thinking. And if you want to go and look at it on their channel, you can see what it was called. And good luck to you. Catch you later.